What's going on, everybody? Lev Farmer 73 here. Good to see everybody in the building. I just wanted to come on real quick. I'm sorry. I've been chilling so hard that hell, I wasn't intending to do a video today either. But I was like, I can't even remember the last time. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? It's good to see you in here. I just wanted to come in here and talk to y'all today about 2026 coming up, a couple days, pretty much. Patient Saint, how you doing? Chef Handyman, who was that? DD, how you doing? Laurel, how you? Laurel, is that your name? K Mac, Talisha, Sun Energy, how you doing? How you doing? Black. Let's see, Granny Karma, how you doing? Missy Hawk in the house, how you doing, my sister? How are you doing? My own beautiful Savor, how you doing? Deborah and Alan. I can't pronounce your name. What's up, Big Bad? Leon. D.A. Smith. How you doing, C. Francis? All right. It's good to see y'all in here. Pretty much, this is not really going to be about me. I want to know, what are your plans for 2026? I've been sitting out here on Freedom Makers, literally just thinking, just a lot of thinking and writing stuff down. And it just dawned on me today, like, are we going to keep moving forward with the nonsense? Are we going to take this nonsense into another year? That's the question I'm asking. What are y'all doing for 2026? Are you going to keep doing the same thing again? What you mean is complicated? Who was that? Hold on. I guess, wait a minute here. There you go, pup. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get my little heater, my buddy heater going, cause I was supposed to have left by now, and I shut the whole place down. But I kind of said, well, I don't need that. Let me see. I got some answers while I was gone here. Let's see. Okay, Omarosa said it's complicated. I don't know what that means. Can you explain yourself? So good, Gardner. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? It's good to see you. G. Cole, I can't afford to keep doing the same thing. Amen to that. C. Francis says, putting together a larger greenhouse to up my gardening game as best as I can. It's almost completed. Okay, that's good. Omarosa says, I wish I could express, but we're heavily monitored. Well, don't say anything. See? Well, don't say anything. I've learned a lot from you in prepping. That's great. But baby girl, if I'm asking a question, if you can't, put into it, just because now you got me asking, like, what do you mean it's complicated? And then say it's, well, we were being monitored. Listen, I talked to a friend of mine. Speaking of the being monitored thing, we got to be realistic. Okay. Uh, Second floor garden already got a jump start on next year. No sodas, Red Bull, Pop Tarts, candy. Okay, 170 days so far. Got to get healthy. Hey, man, thank you for that. Hey, thank you, Red Carpet. Red Carpet? Oh, Red Carpet 43. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, let's see. Christy says, my mini greenhouse came in the mail. I don't care. I put seeds in milk carton. I started this week. Thanks, Led and Chat family. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Um, oh, hey, how you doing? Said 419 in the house. How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you, my sister. Uh that always throw me off too. Patience Saint, this year I'm keeping the naysayers off my back and out of my life. If you don't believe, get the heck out of my way. Okay, okay. That's a good one. Let's see. I can't pronounce your name to save my life, but thank you. And I couldn't. What was the question again? It's just what are we doing in 2026? Like, what's your plans? What are we doing? Are we doing the same stuff? So good, Gardner. That's what I was asking. Because I've been sitting out here, man, chilling. This is my fortress of solitude. I ain't gonna even lie. I really haven't completed anything. I really haven't completed a lot since I've been here. I've cleaned up a little bit, you know, dusted around, but I kid you not, I can't say I've been out here working and in the yard and livestock. No, I go out there every day. I feed my animals and I bring my butt right back in. I get this fire going. I bring in a log, throw it on the fire, and me and this puppy been chilling for 3 or 4 days, whatever it's been. And just sit back, listen to music, clean up, relax. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm just thinking like what this is where I want us to think about. Where are you right now in your progression or in your life? Where are you? Are you where you want to be? Most of us cannot say yes. Are you where you want to be? Have you accomplished the things say kicking procrastination to the curb, keeping my mouth closed, and doing more listening? Let me tell you something about that. Every y'all keep saying stuff that's really good. Let me tell you something about keeping your mouth shut. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. Because the more I keep my mouth shut, the more people can't stand me. As long as I'm running my mouth, people, let me tell you, this world, they love garbage, man. They love garbage. They love it. And I'm going to tell you the best reason why people love garbage. They love hearing you talk about something or somebody else. You ain't got to be talking bad. You ain't got to be talking bad about another person. And I've experienced this over the years. The only thing is, when you're talking, say you A and B conversation, you're having an A and B conversation. And the next thing you know, there's a third party asking you, why was y'all talking about them, right? And it make you be like, well, I was just concerned for what I seen on the internet. You put it on YouTube, and I was kind of concerned, and I I ain't say nothing bad about you. I was just, hey, did you see what's the name in them? They kind of, you know, something don't seem right. Something ain't sitting right. So when they come back to you with the rah rah rah, before you get and jump bad like me, you know what I ask? What was said? And this is what it always is. I can never get over this on the internet. I can never get over this. It never fails. Why do we give the internet and social media more power than just talking to your brother or your sister? You know what happened? Somebody ran back and said some stuff that you said during a conversation. They said it to somebody else that ran their mouth, and they said it to somebody else and ran their mouth. The problem is, every time the story was told, it was added. Some words was added, some words was taken away. Some context was added, some context was taken away. And you will have a whole story by the time you started your conversation with the concern of a fellow YouTuber or something, and by the time it gets back to you, you called them a handful of bees and a pocket full of MFers. And you're like, what? No, no. You my friend. I was just worried about you. Next thing I know, yeah, I heard you be talking like that. I heard you be doing this to people. I've been hearing about this on YouTube. People always tripping on you. And you know what I said? I said, you know something? I've never been rattling off at the mouth about nobody bad like that. Unless I really can't stand you 9 times out of 10, I told you I can't stand you. I don't go rattling off behind people back that and you don't know it, okay? If I'm talking about somebody and they're concerned, and I'm concerned, I'm gonna talk. The bad part is when people go off running their mouth because they ain't got nothing better to talk about and bring you up and then half-ass tell your story and only give half of the conversation, bits and bite-sized pieces of a conversation. What it does is it makes enemies for no reason because things were said out of context. And next thing you know, you got some kind of YouTube beef. So you know what I said this year for 2025? I said, I'm not talking to anybody on the phone anymore. It ain't nothing against nobody. It ain't nothing personal in a negative way. I said this. If I don't talk to anybody on the phone, nobody can come back and say what Lead Farmer 73 said. Nobody can take me out of context. If I don't say Jack, and when the rumor mill ain't churning, nobody want to be bothered with you. It's all about drama, y'all. 2025, I said I'm not talking to people on the phone like that no more. Unless it's my family members or somebody that close like that, I'm not picking up the phone for nobody. Because what I've experienced, and it was an experiment, and I can tell you my experience. Nobody came back to me telling me what I said about XYZ, this person, that person, yada yada. Now I gotta explain. No, that ain't what I meant. No, that ain't what I said. No, nobody in 2025 had to come to me and ask me to explain myself about anything I have said. Because I stopped talking to people on the phone. I stopped texting. I stopped talking on the phone, all of that, because every single time my words get twisted and then I become enemy number one. So I said, you know what? No, I ain't doing that no more. And I haven't. It ain't nothing against nobody. Like what was that? 2020, 2023 or 2022, whichever it was. I got rid of all my moderators. It wasn't nothing personal, but people took it personal. It wasn't nothing personal. I don't feel that I need a moderator to correct the problems that's going on, because what I found out in my experience, a lot of my moderators was the part that was sinking my ship. I didn't know that I had people on board that was so crooked. But I got rid of the moderators. I didn't point no fingers. I didn't say who it was, why it was. I just got rid of it. People took that personal. And it wasn't nothing about that. I'm trying to protect myself from the nonsense. But my point of telling y'all all of this is every year in the last good 5 years, I've been learning to I've been learning to keep my mouth shut. See, as long as I'm running my mouth on this screen, you hear exactly what's coming out of the horse's mouth. But when the curtains close, I do not have to explain myself, what I meant, what I said, who I said it to. When the curtains closed, the curtains closed. So I've been learning every year how to move on social media, how to move in my life. And now in 2026 is coming up, it's time to ask yourself, everybody, what are you going to change or improve in your life for this next coming year? 2026, it's time to start talking about it. We only got about 3 weeks left, right? What are you going to change in your life? Start now. What are you going to leave behind in 2025? You ain't bringing it into 2026 with you. What are you going to leave here? Cuz me, I'm done, man. I'm done. uh I'm just done. you know, I'm going to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Audrey says, not that I worry about you, but people being messy on social media has been deadly in 2025. No, you know what? You absolutely right. You absolutely right. And that's why I said this before it gets too stupid. I've been in several stupid situations, but and they got volatile. Two of them got pretty volatile, but I kept my cool and played my hand, and it worked out. But the best thing, man, leave people alone. Let me see. What is your name? Amelia says, stay silent, grow my food, and animals, stay to myself, learn from great men as yourself. Thank you for that. And that's a good plan. Sun Energy says, going to continue doing what I have been doing, gardening, livestock, working and stocking up healthy food choices. Not where I need to be yet. We're we own our property on 5 lots, looking for 3 to 5 acres. Okay, okay, all right. Katina says, being a producer and less of a consumer is the goal for 2026. Can you specify? Can you give me more detail? Action says, I'm leaving laziness behind in 2025 and get real tuned in and not get sidetracked. Okay. All right. Red Carpet said, I'm going to work on improving my health, staying focused on my goals, and keeping toxic people out of my life. Those individuals that are only trying to use me for their own personal gains. That's true. And let me tell you something else that I have been practicing. Silence and your time is valuable. Amen to that, JP. I will tell you one thing that I have been practicing as well. How you doing, Dirt Road? I tell you this as well. I have also been practicing staying away from people that already let you know who they are. I don't care what nobody think about me when it comes to that. I stand my ground. Um, I stand my ground when it comes to, hey, Katina Brooks, say planting more of the things I enjoy, eating and teaching others, minding my business. Tracy says getting rid of debt. Okay. In 2025, hundreds of thousands of people, if not even millions of people, have shown who they are for 2025. And the thing is, they're proud of it. They're not hiding it. They've been proud of their decisions. They've been proud of the outcome for this country. They've been proud of the chaos, and they've been proud of the hatred, the manipulation. Those are their bragging rights right now. And I choose to stay away from those people because once they figure out all of the things that they fell in love with, the hatred, the racism, the inhumanity, all of that, they fell in love with it. But once they realize there is no cap to that, like you can fall victim to that. And once some of their family members start getting hurt by the racism, by the hatred, by the bigotry, by the sexism, then they start saying, hey, wait a minute. And now people are saying, man, we told you. But it wasn't supposed to happen to me. Well, it is. So here's my thing with that. 2026 ain't going to be no different than 2025. If you had anything to do with this nonsense, this chaos, stay away from me for 2026 too. Didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all at the beginning of 2025, I said, if you contributed to this madness, stay away from me. I said that. Going on a year ago, I said that. And I meant it with my whole entire spirit. Family, friend, or foe. If you're so selfish and self-centered that all you're worried about is the well-being of yourself, to the point that you will throw other millions of people under the bus just so you can survive. You're nobody that I want to be around. You nobody I want to know. And if I already know you and you did it, I missed the mark on that one because I would have never seen it coming. Usually I can smell a mile off. But honestly, if you had anything to do with what we're going through right now, stay away from me. Stay away from me, man. There's still people out there fighting, talk about it's okay, everything is good. Stay away from me. You cannot explain this away. You can't sweet. They have made it so you cannot sweet talk your way out of making this make sense. Nobody can make this make sense right now. Nobody. So for 2026, staying away from them crazy people is a blessing. I don't care if you sorry. I don't care if you changed your mind. You changed your tune. Just stay away from me. We good, you know. Yeah, you don't know what you was thinking at the time. I get it. Stay away from me though. You know. I'm not talking cryptic. I'm talking to adults. I'm talking to grown people. And your name is very offensive. I had to let you go. I saw you earlier. I can't have you in here with that name. Because just because you think that name is cool, I'm sure it's a lot of other people that don't think that name is a representation of them. As you may like it, because but it's a lot of people that I'm sure think that that's very offensive. So you ain't got to worry about whether I'm talking cryptic or not. I'm not talking cryptic. I'm talking to grown-ups and adults understand exactly what I'm saying. Right? And what I'm saying is, you know what's funny? That's the other thing. Engaging trolls. How did I leave that out? Engaging trolls. Man, it's the heart of social media now. Engaging trolls. I am going to do something different for 2026. Let me see. You said sad thing is the, oh yeah. Sad thing is they know what they did. That's why I say stay away from me. Absolutely right. Spices says I really had to sit and think about the question. I will be leaving behind, taking for granted that everyone operates with the same level of integrity and transparency that I do. What is your name? Spices and spray paint. Let me tell you something. That was one of the uh, that is one of the best comments so far. That was one of the best comments so far. And I want to reread. It says, I really had to sit and think about the question. I will be leaving behind, taking for granted that that everyone operates with the same level of integrity and transparency that I do. You know why that was wonderful? Because that's my problem. That is one of my biggest problems. That is my kryptonite. You can call it me being gullible. Let me see. Um Nisi says that's true. How do you protect yourself? Are you using a service to protect your personal info address? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Uh, that's one of the hardest things to realize. Others don't have integrity and transparency, and that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is my problem is if I tell you my friend, you are my friend. I don't just throw that around lightly because I don't like to say that, but I don't deal with people very well. You think I run my mouth on this thing so I'm able to deal with everybody any old kind of way. I can't. I don't. I won't do it. Uh, I think we just want to see the best in people and hope they do the same. Yeah, but that's foolish. And I'm talking about myself too. Because when I'm friends with somebody, I really want to be your friend. If I tell you I love you, I really do love you. When I tell you I got your back, I'm there for you. I got your back and I'm there for you. All right? But and you want to know something? Who just said this? I just watched a thing the other day. How many people have seen T-Pain? I forget what uh podcast he was talking on. Think it was Art of the Dialogue podcast, one or the other. But let me tell you something about T-Pain, the entertainer. I can't call him a rapper, can't call him a singer. He's an entertainer because he do it all. I'm gonna tell you something about T-Pain. I really like T-Pain. I like his music. I like everything. I like his beats. I like all of that. But yep, that was it. He was on what's the name, Sharp's couch, right? And he said something that the first thing I thought to myself was, this dude got hurt bad. Yeah, Q Dub. Yes, that's where he was. I said this dude got hurt bad because everything he said is not true. See, he said something to this. This is the degree that T-Pain said. And I'm paraphrasing because I can't say it word for word. But what he's saying, when somebody say they got your back, they lying. They about to take you for a ride. He said when a dude call you his brother, keep your eye on him. He the first one that's gonna stab you in the back. T-Pain, he said, he basically said all of the people that come to you and telling you you my brother and I got your back and I love you, them is the people that's gonna stab you in the back first. And I thought to myself, dude, your platform is entirely too large for you to be lying. I like T-Pain, but every time I hear T-Pain talks like he's been hurt like a girl. And his feelings and his emotions got mushed up. And he be talking like, no, fool. That's not the problem. The problem is you are operating, and this is to T-Pain. Listen, again, I love T-Pain's work. I love T-Pain's work. Number one, you should stop drinking. Because every time T-Pain start drinking, he talking out the side of his neck. And I don't think he realized how much harm it does to his image. You should stop drinking and going talking on people's couch. Dude, I really like T-Pain, but he should stop doing that. Either stop talking on people's couch or stop drinking and talking on people's couch. Cause you be okay at first, then you get a little tipsy, and then you start saying some real, weird stuff. For instance, this is why I think T-Pain think when a dude, he said, all the people he said he was in the industry with, listen to this close. He was in the industry with all these people, and every one of them turned their back on him. When he was broke, they turned their back. When he needed a leg up, they turned their back. Dude, you're judging the whole world off of your demonic industry. Listen, you said it yourself. You saw the demonic activity every day in that entertainment world, whether it's drugs, it's sex, is mugs come up missing. That's the world you operating in. So for T-Pain to say, if a brother tell you he love you, if a brother tell you you his brother, if a brother tell you I got your back, man, a lot of us mean it. The problem is you're operating in a demonic, toxic environment where those words don't mean anything. That's just business in that world. That's not this. So I have come to find out that, like you were saying, you can't do that anymore, man. You can't come to people and really give them your all because they always think it's a gimmick. They think it's like what did he want from me? I don't want nothing from none of y'all. And that it killed me because I'm gonna tell you this. What was that? Say, I do be real love out here. I do. I don't know what that means. But I was raised up. I guess you can almost say it makes you a little gullible. I guess it did because I wasn't aware that when you go somewhere and you genuinely like somebody, and man, I want to hang out with this dude. I like his energy. I like his vibe. Next thing you know, they think you want something from them or something, and then you sitting there like, huh? You don't hear it. You hear it from the outskirts and people that doing this again. So I don't take none of that, those whispers into account because I'm like, I know how many times that story probably been changed up and it really doesn't mean anything. So I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to just try to come over here and talk to the person directly. Now, if the person don't talk to me directly because if they believe in of whatever the rest of the world said or did, I can't do anything about that. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a brother to sit around wasting my time sitting on my hands, twiddling my thumbs, waiting on somebody to be my pal. That's not me. Never have been. Never. So I have learned in this new whatever this is, this timeline, man, look, you can't be genuine. You can't be real. Cause when you real, this the weird part. When you're real and you're genuine and you actually show people you, the real you, whether I'm the same dude on YouTube as I am in person. Everybody done met me. I'm the same dude. The only thing changes is this name. That's it. When you do that, people raise an eyebrow to you like, what's wrong with this mug? What's going on with this dude? Don't nobody act like that. Don't nobody say stuff like that. Ain't nobody gonna come across the country to help me do nothing. What? I will. I will. But see, in this new timeline, if you acting a whole fool constantly, that's the people they trust. The real genuine ones, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because they think you're up to something because you're too nice. You're too giving. You're too loving. You're too wholesome. You're too, I don't get it. It's got to be something bad here. Something got to be wrong. I've heard, oh my God, listen to this. Listen. Over the years, I have heard things as much as me and my wife really aren't married. There was one, me and my wife was divorced and I lived on Freedom Acres and she lived at my house. There was another one where I beat my wife. I can't make this stuff up, man. And the only thing out of all those crazy hundreds, if not thousands of comments like that, I used to wonder to myself, what on God's green earth will bring people to this conclusion? And they don't say maybe he ain't paying his taxes or something. No, it's always the most heinous, horrific things that people could imagine in their head. I beat my wife. I cheat on my wife. I don't live there. I've been faking my marriage. I really ain't married. I had somebody back in the days tell me, yeah, his wife came out of nowhere. I remember I used to watch it a long time ago. Wasn't nobody there but just him. And I'm like, what? That's like saying I ain't got no daddy either because he ain't never been in none of my videos. But my daddy would be right there. So it's like, Once those kind of rumors start going around, that's when people want to embrace you. They believe you then. They want you around then. They want you to be part of whatever they're doing. Once they think that you're damaged, and those are the ones that they trust. There was this one guy on here, on this platform, and this dude used to go on people's channels and be sloppy drunk or high or something and just wreck the whole platform, wreck the whole buffet. He'll come on your channel and be drunk as all get out, cuss everybody out, get sexist, get racist. This a black dude too. And he'll come on your channel and get this. Now, get this. Nobody shun this dude away. Knowing good and well he's coming to your platform, and your platform may be taken down by either the things he say, either the things he do, either the things he show on screen. You're going to get a strike on your channel because he's on your channel acting a fool. It may be a panel of people on here, and he one of them. If he one of them, you can guarantee y'all gonna have to cut this video short, or you're gonna get a strike for this dude being on your channel, because he never be on people's channel, and it's gonna go well. You can always see the glaze in his eyes like donuts when he drunk. And right then I'll be like, he about to tear the club up. And that dude was embraced. No matter what he did, come and be disrespectful on your platform, on his platform, hey, that's his business. But on yours, you come in with a little decorum. You're not the host. Nope, this dude, he come in, listen, pedal to the metal, flying off the handle, flying out the mouth. He talking sexual when ain't nobody on the panel talking about sexual. You know, you explicit, man. Hey, you know, they trying to kind of calm him down. He won't calm down. Then you try to calm him down too much, he get mad. And I said, you know what? That's the dude that everybody love. They love this chaos. Cause nobody would say, hey man, you need to go lay down. I'm gonna have to close your little chat out. I'm gonna have to close you out because you overboard. No, nobody ever closed him out, shut him out. They just love to keep hearing him until they get their channel removed. That not that channel, but they video got removed because it broke all kind of. Them is the people. I don't want them people around me, and I never have. In 2026, ain't gonna be no differences with that. Yeah, disorderly, and let me see. It's like people want to see the chaos. No, you know what? And as embarrassed as a lot of the hosts for the YouTube was, it was a lot of hosts. You know what I saw? No, what I'm talking about wasn't no bots. This was a whole human being in the flesh. What the host saw was the chaos that this individual would bring to their channel. Yeah, everybody is cussing each other out and fighting and hooping and hollering, but the views went up. The views went up. And they saw, oh, more people is clicking in on the channel and want to see it. Hey, the views is going up. The thumbs ups is going up. The likes is going up. The subscriptions went up on this video. So next video, we got to make sure we have this guy on here, no matter what he say or do. He's bringing up the ratings. And that's what a lot of people did. and then just to find out he did more harm to you than good. Yeah, you got a couple of few views, few clicks, few likes, couple subscriptions, but in the long run, boy, he tarnished you. So my whole thing is this: for 2026, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing. I'm on a streak. I want to know what you're doing. I said I wasn't going to talk that much, but you know me. I'm on a streak. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing for 2026. My goal for 2026 is to be debt free, keep working towards, I finish my pond. I would like to finish my pond for 2026. I want 2026 to end with fish swimming around in my pond. I want to continue trying to achieve my total self sustainability. I want to build up my solar. And I got all the stuff I need for solar. I just got to actually really put up a real solar grid, a true solar grid. I want to dig a bigger well, a bigger well. I want to tear down this haunted house. All of the stuff that I'm naming for me and my goal is, so I'm getting up in age, and I don't want to have to need or want for anything by the time, my ankles and stuff start swelling up. I don't want anything. I don't want to need anything. I don't want to have to wonder how am I going to do this? When that time comes, I do not want to be wondering how I'm going to survive. I don't want that time to creep up on me. For instance, hey y'all, think about this. How many people you you really never, I bet you can't remember the first time your back start hurting. Cause it kind of creeped in there. Your knees start popping and hurting. It just kind of creeped in there. You you wrote it off as you slept wrong. Or you tripped over that rock coming up the driveway. But it really never really goes away. And you don't think about it till about 3 or 4 years go, like, I need to go get this looked at. Then my wife would say, how long that been hurting? About 3 or 4, what, weeks? No, 3 or 4 years. Right? And you don't realize that, hey man, arthritis is setting in, your back is slipping, your discs are worn out, your kneecaps worn out, your hips worn out. You don't even realize it until it's there. Right? So good, guard to say straight facts. You don't realize your age is creeping up on you, and next thing you know, your back always hurt, your knees always hurt, your hips always hurt, your feet always hurt. No matter what you do, you can sit down all day and watch TV and have to get up like this, with some assistance. Oh, you ain't did nothing but sit down. So my point for saying all of that is this: I don't want the next phase of my life to creep up on me like that, and I wasn't aware, I wasn't ready for it. Because this phase of my life, uh, I'm not ready for it, right? Because I would have had all of this taken care of by now, right? I think in this phase of your life, you gotta kind of get ready for this. Let me see. Oh my God, I was just researching spine health because I've been feeling those aches and pains. Hey, say how the kids imitate the noises you make when you get up. Shh. Veronica said, "Hey, Lee, I've been seeing YouTubers now telling people to invest in gold stocks." Veronica says, "Hey, Led, I've been seeing YouTubers now telling people to invest in gold stocks, and I had to think, what would that do if a person is hungry?" Yeah, you know what? I I said this, and we kind of touched on this a little earlier today. You can't expect everybody to think like you. You just can't. We're all from different places, different backgrounds, different circles, different cities, states, countries. So you really can't expect everybody to think like you because then you kind of got a dictatorship going on. So I'm not going to say I'm done talking about moves that we should make, but I'm not going to put as much energy into giving a damn about if people don't, like, at all. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. I'm going to tell you why. When I'm telling people about buying land, I see myself get so passionate about it that it almost makes me sad that people don't do it. And I shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't care about what people we are or are not going to do. But I am. And the reason why I get so passionate about it is because I found the glitch in the matrix. And I be trying to tell everybody, like, can't you see it? Like, can't you see it? And everybody look at me like, there he go again. But I be like, don't y'all wanna live for free? You know? Wouldn't you like to live for free? Wouldn't you like to quit your job? Or if you don't want to quit, just not go work every day? You understand? So, say, I think you're passionate because it's your calling. No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not going to even accept that. Thank you, but that's not. It's not my calling. I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. It's not my calling to do that. I'm passionate about. Thanks for the compliment, by the way. Like, it made me a little holier than thou, but it's not. That's not the reason. To me, it's like watching somebody. I'm passionate about it. I'm just as passionate about it as if I saw you about to go walk out in front of a bus and I'm screaming to you, look out, the bus is coming. Come back, the bus is coming. Reaching my hand out, trying to grab your hand to pull you out of the way. That's why. I'm not going to say that it's my calling. It's I can't stand to see somebody get ganked when you see it. Look, have you ever seen somebody get robbed? Have you ever seen somebody get robbed? And I'm not telling like a jack move necessarily, but have you ever seen some dude walk into the club or some dude walk into the casino and it's two fine women walk up to him. And they towering over him. Their body is all bad and bougie, and they got stuff hanging out, and they just rubbing this little guy all over like, oh man, they're unnaturally all over this dude, right? You looking at this little weirdo dude like he must got some money in his pocket. Cause they don't know him. They saw him, man. They saw him come through the door. You ever been to a strip club? that's what I'm saying without saying it. You ever been to a strip club? Either ladies or gentlemen, you've been in a strip club. And I'm going to tell you the first thing the strippers do. One of their first jobs, they got to have an intuition on where the sucker's at. I'm pretty sure the male strippers got to do the same thing. I never have partaked, but I'm sure the rules go across the board. Who in here look like they got a little bit of money and is gonna fall all over this? A dancer's job is to get as much money as they possibly can from as many people in this club as they possibly can before they close. So they have to be looking for suckers. Who in here don't belong here? Who in here mad at their wife? Who in here just got off work? It's Friday night. Everybody got a paycheck in their pocket, and they mad at their wife. He ain't got a wedding ring on, but he got a tan where the wedding ring supposed to be. Stuff like that, right? They looking for suckers. And you sitting there sipping your drink, looking at them, looking at him, and you go and talk to him, hey, homeboy, hey, you got two girls about to approach you. Stay away from them. I don't care what they offer you. Stay away from them. Don't let them touch you either. Because they fingers is sticky. I'm telling you, got that gorilla tape on the fingertip. Stay away from these. One girl got on this red little two-piece. The other one got on an all-black two-piece. Stay away from them. I'm just telling you. If you don't, you're going to end up in a dumpster. That's why I do what I do. Because I can see what's happening. I can see it. And I've been thinking about this for 40 years. How can I change the outcome that I've watched so many of my elders that go down this same path, and every last one of them fail? I watched my father go down this path of working himself to death. My aunts, my uncles, my friends' fathers and mothers work themselves to death and leave the world with nothing. Half of them never got a chance to retire. How can I stop that stupid cycle? And I figured it out. And once I figured it out, now that I think about it, I see why people don't believe me. Now I sound like that dude on the 30-second ab video. I found out the secret formula for you to lose 5,000 pounds in 5 minutes. Just buy my book. I guess that's why people don't listen to me. Because I sound like the 3-second ab dude. Would you like to lose 400 pounds in 4 days? Sign up for my classes. Maybe that's it. I think that may be it. Because it sounds too good to be true, don't it? Don't it though, really? It sounds too good to be true. To the point, I know y'all wondering he ain't telling the whole story. Lead ain't telling the whole story. It's got to be something that ain't 100% on the up and up with this land, the cabin, all of this. You say, I think it's opposite. People are scared of, uh, wait a minute, what? I don't know what that means. Um, I don't think it's that people are scared. I think they just don't believe. Just like I said, I'm a real friend, and when I tell you I'm your friend. And people start thinking it's something that's not right about this. But it's real. Everybody keep thinking YouTube pays my whole salary. Like I that's all I do to make money. I don't know if y'all content creators or not, but YouTube don't pay what y'all think or how you think it. That's not how this works. Let me see. Audrey says, you've told the story in chapter verses. They only have to look at your video library. Well, people ain't gonna do that. You know, I understand it. But this is it. It's the only way I could kind of get you to believe it is if you was here and seen it for yourself. This is it. And all I keep thinking is I could have did this 20 or 30 years ago. I would have saved my backbone. Um, I'd have saved my everything, man. If I would have did this 30 years ago. Let me see. So we know that you are already established. What do you mean by that? Already established? What do you mean by that? See, I knew one lady that was scared of her tomato plants dying, so she never started a garden, so she wouldn't try because she thought she would fail. I've seen that a lot. When you say I was already established, that's throwing me off. You say I bought your course then? um, Evelyn, what are you talking about? Because I don't want to get this twisted. Let me see. You could piece You could your peace. I understand my pops lived. I don't know what that was. My pops lived his last days with me and he died with nothing but worked his whole life. I wouldn't let that happen to me. Carla says, people scared of hard work and making something out of nothing. That's true. Says she failed before starting, no faith. Evelyn says that you work for everything I have. Um, yeah, yeah. I thought you meant something else. But yeah, say it's one thing to invest the energy and resources to create a more sustainable and sufficient lifestyle. But how do you get the future generations who are to benefit and cherish and keep it going? How are you to how are you to get the future generations who are to benefit? That ain't none of my concern anymore. That ain't none of my concern. See, I'm not a mentor like that. And I know people think I am, but I ain't. I'm not. I don't know everything. So for me, either these kids gonna get it or they ain't. Cause see, one thing remember I told you I'm done wasting energy on folks. That goes. That means when it comes to this next generation, I can't fix that. Oh, this generation, I can't fix that. I'm not. I am not lying to you when I say I am not even trying. I am not even trying to fix the course of action of this generation. I'm not. It's so far gone that I would use my last breath trying to fix or trying to bring back a dead horse with rigor mortis. You ain't. You can't. This what has happened here has gone way too far. This is way too far gone. Say, let me clarify. I'm referring to your family and loved ones who you're paying the way for. Okay, okay. Thank you for that. Um, I don't have to try to convince them of anything. They've been here. They know what we got, and they know. As far as trying to get them on board, like what I'm doing, I don't even try to do that anymore because it just sounds like, oh, daddy trying to get us to do this, that. No, dad trying to get us to do that. I don't. And you want to know what? I make it more natural. Um, I make it more natural and organic. The video I put out last week or whatever it was when both of my sons was out here on the tractor, instead of me like, oh, y'all need to come to the land with me. No, I said, listen, uh, I'm about to run out to the land. My son was in town staying with us. I said, I'm about to run out to the land. And I really wanna go out there, hang out for a day, and come back. Cause I don't feel like doing all that driving. And my son said, well, Dad, I'll help you drive. Cool. So come out here with me, help me feed the animals, help me stock everything up, help me get stuff together, and then we can roll back out. All right. So that's why both of my sons came, because once my oldest son was down, he's like, I'll ride with you. Of course, my baby boy gonna be like, what? Oh, we ride? The lead boys together we going. So we all rolled out. And let me tell you something. Blew their minds. I didn't tell y'all this, but I can tell you now. I told my wife and I told my brother, but I could tell y'all. My two sons' minds was blown. Blown. Boom. Pow. Splash. Out of here. Because my oldest son ain't been here in 2 years. He don't know nothing about none of this. So my oldest son came here because he was wondering why I spend so much time out here. This dude thinking I'm living up in the trees like Predator when I come to Freedom Acres. He thinking I'm living out in some little tent out in the woods and eating squirrel meat and stuff. I said, boy, when I go to Freedom Acres, it's like I'm at home. I said, I got me a cabin, I got a refrigerator, a couch, and in his head, he didn't see this. I don't know what he imagined, but when he got here, I gave him the keys to open the door. So when he opened the door, it was cold outside, and I had the heat on because I can cut heat on in here remotely. So it was warm and toasty in here when we got here. He come in like, what the heck? I'm telling you, it made me feel good now because He was blown away. So all day we spoke about how much does it cost to get to this level? Like, what is this costing me? And I kept telling him nothing. He said, well, how is the TV on? I said, solar. Well, how is the water pumping? Solar. How is this? Where's the water coming from? The well that I dug. Everything that he asked, I had an answer for it. And the answer was, it's coming in for free because I invested in this. That resource is coming in free because I invested in that. He said, why did you buy a tractor? I said, I bought a tractor because I want to dig myself a pond so I could have a pond full of fish. And the people that was trying to charge me $30,000 to dig a pond, I refused to do that. I'd rather try it myself first and not waste so much money, or at least knock such a good portion off of the job that they won't come. If I have to need them, they ain't gonna charge me as much. So the little bit of money I paid for this tractor, it was worth it. So when they came, they saw the reality that you don't have to work for a bunch of people for the rest of your life. And we talked about that. We had that conversation. Hey, man, if you follow my lead, this could be you. You and your wives will be sitting here living for free on the land, and let the rest of the world keep on with that same American dream that we've been all fed and spoon fed. But nobody ever dies with the American dream. No, think now. This is the real American dream. You have to pay to be born, and you have to pay to die. Nobody ever think of that. When you born, there's a bill. Even if you had that baby inside your house, the code enforcement wants you to go get that baby looked after. So then the bill started. When you die, there's a bill. Somebody got to put you in the ground, or somebody got to burn you up whatever way you like it. Flame broiled or double stuffed, whatever you gonna go, how you gonna go out. You owe somebody for that. That's the American dream. That don't even make no freaking sense. That soon your first thing that you when you're born is you owe somebody. Think about this with your mind. When you come in this world, you come in debt. I know your mom and daddy supposed to pay for it, but that's still your debt because they got to pay for that hospital bill. That takes food and water out of your mouth as an infant. So yes, you come in this world in debt. Your name is on that bill. Baby led, that's your name on this bill. That birth certificate, that's your bill. And when you die, your name is on that death certificate. That's a bill. You owe somebody to handle all of this. Think about that. And that's what the American dream, you don't get a chance to relax from the moment you hit go. From the moment you're born, you are trying to make enough money to stay alive, and you trying to make enough money to be buried. You spend your whole life trying to make money for somebody else. Hoping that it's going to go right for you because you're chasing what you think is the American dream. I am here to tell you, brothers and sisters, it's a lie. You do not have to be working for people for damn 30, 40 years. You do not have to be out every single day. You come home sweating. You don't have to do that. What you have to do is focus. Focus all your energy on this project. You ain't gonna have no, you just need to, I ain't gonna say all that. You need to focus your energy on this project. What's your real goal? The real true American dream, I can tell you, was here before other people got to this rock. You know what that is? You know what the real true American dream is? It's the native indigenous American dream. Wake up, go get some food, go get some drink, take care of your family, bring back food, bring back drink, nurse your hang on, take care of and nurse your elderly, your elders, respect the elders, protect the children and the women. Everybody is fed, everybody is clothed, everybody is sheltered, and everybody is chipping in. And all you paid with is your sweat. There is no currency. The currency is your work and your worth. That was the real original currency, is your work. And then somebody came over here with their definition of how this is supposed to work, and we've been going down ever since. Think about this. The way you were running things over there and brought it here, you've destroyed this like you destroyed that over there. Why did you think that was going to work here and it didn't work over there? So they brainwashed everybody into thinking that you about to get the American dream, and that's not it. Working like a gear in a machine for the rest of your life until you expire, like a battery in a Dollar General toy. It's gonna spin you up quick, and you gonna pull it out and throw it away, put in a fresh one. That's it. And that ain't how this works. The real American dream is to be content. You got food, you got shelter, your wife and children are taken care of, your elders are taken care of. You hunt for your food, you get your water out the well, and you protect them from anything and everything dangerous around you. That is the American dream. And all you paid with was your knowledge and your sweat. That's how this works. And now that I get a chance to actually feel that, there is no feeling on the planet Earth like this. And you know something, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know how long this will last, this feeling for me. But instead of me, I'm always feeling anxious, kind of like I don't ever want this to stop. I don't ever want this to stop, right? Instead of me feeling so anxious and wondering when this ride gonna stop, man, enjoy every moment of it. And when I go into 2026, I'm going to enjoy my lifestyle even more. I'm going to stop giving so much of me away for free. Because people, think about this. When you give parts of yourself away for free, people don't care. They take that part and they throw it away. I'm gonna tell you, they don't really put a whole bunch of behind it. I'm gonna tell you how I can prove it. When you go into a store and the little lady in there is passing out samples. Want to try some samples today? Oh yeah, these is pretzels dipped in chocolate. Want to try some samples? You said, oh yeah, absolutely. She gave you some free samples. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna taste them. I don't care for that. You're gonna throw it away. You didn't even give it a chance. You just throw it away. Now, if you spent $12 on that box of pretzels that's dipped in chocolate and strawberries, you gonna say, I don't know, that ain't really hitting like I thought it was gonna hit. Maybe it's because I just brushed my teeth. You gonna put that pretzel back in the box, put it back in the cabinet. I'm gonna try it another day, taste it. I ain't brushed my teeth today. Oh, it's a little better today. It still ain't hitting like I thought it was gonna hit, but maybe I'll try it with some cheese and maybe that'll make it taste better. What I'm saying is, when somebody give you something for free, you don't appreciate it and you throw that junks out quick. But when you spent your hard-earned money on it, you will try to make it work no matter what. Even if you never eat them crackers again, and they sit in your doggone cabinet until one of your badass kids go up there and eat them by accident. So they got 8. I'm not gonna keep giving so much of myself away for free because it's not appreciated. And yeah, it's just not going. I'm not gonna keep spending all my energy giving myself away in hopes that I help somebody. And man, look, yo, people don't want no help, man. You know something? I've come to the realization we going into 2026, and I'm just spitting some real to you. We're going into 2026, and unfortunately, and it's sad to say that, man, people don't care no more about anything, man. People aren't, they're not focused on reality. People are content with not knowing. I've figured this out. People are 100% content with being ignorant, non-knowing, nothing. You can see it right now. Just in the political world. Just look at the political world. People are more than happy to be left in the dark and be follow like sheep. Do what you're told. That's it. Do what somebody lied, you didn't question it just because you like them. Do what you're told. And they're still, listen, you want to know something that I keep hearing? I keep hearing that the economy is doing incredible. The economy is doing wonderful. That's what I'm being told when I cut the TV on. I don't know if that news station is in the same universe that I'm in. I don't know. But I keep wondering, what stores are they shopping at where they keep saying everything is affordable, prices are down by 30%. What stores are you shopping in? I would love to know. I want to shop at those stores too. What I've come to realize is we are worried about something that belongs to somebody else. Anyway, did you hear what I said? We're worried about something that belongs to somebody else anyway. Everybody was worried about egg prices. Everybody was worried about, you know what, for the life of me, I was like, man, y'all can't be serious. Eggs? Eggs? It was a reminder of how far removed that we all are from reality. We're so far removed from reality, you don't even know where those eggs even came from. You don't know how they're laid. You don't know anything about a chicken. You just know eggs are delicious. That when people was going crazy about the egg prices, I was like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? The same people worried about egg prices, you don't know where your food comes from in the first place. You have no clue where your chicken comes from, your beef, your fish, your pork, your nothing, your vegetables. You're so far removed from the actual. Everybody kept talking about American dream, American dream, American dream, American dream. You're so far removed away from the realities of the American dream that you don't even realize it. You have no clue, because part of that American dream is putting your hands in this dirt and feeling the reality of this dream. When people give you a box full of food and tell you to warm it up, that's not reality. But that's the world we live in now. All your food comes in a box and in a plastic bag. And you don't even care what did this start out looking like. You know what? I cut that whole chicken up on a video a couple weeks back. And I tell you what, the responses I got were golden. Golden. Something I took for granted and didn't think, had no idea people didn't know how to cut up no chicken. To me, it's like breathing. But I had no idea how many people are wasting money because they have no idea. Instead of you paying $8.99 a pound for some chicken, you could have paid 99 cents a pound for all of the chicken. And it was just amazing to me because we just that far removed away from reality. People standing up for their rights and this and that, and you don't even know what you're fighting for. You're just, it's like a war cry, a chant. You hear somebody else chanting this and you join in. You don't know. It's like the wave at a baseball game or something. You don't know what we doing the wave for. You just know it's your turn to stand up and say, woo. That's how this country, if you've ever been to a football game, baseball game, basketball, whatever, and you ever seen the wave, have you ever been part of the whole crowd do the wave? That's America. That's the perfect explanation for America right now. You don't know why this is happening. You don't know who started the wave. Who have you ever asked who started the wave? Which part of this audience or this stadium got together and said, hey, y'all want to start the wave? Where did this happen at? Right? And when is it going to stop? Who's going to be the one to say, hey, that's enough of that. That's enough waving. That's enough. America sees the wave. They don't ask. They don't question. They just know it's their turn to get up and say, woo. And that's what we do with everything. We don't question anything, nothing. We just do what we see, we think is our turn, and then we get up and follow. We don't even ask questions. That is not reality. But we do everything like that. That's how we go through life, just like that. not questioning anything, just kind of, you don't want to be the one where they say, oh man, you were supposed to get up and do the wave, man. You messing up the wave. You don't want to be the one where everybody looking at like you messing this up for everybody. I don't care about that. 2026 is coming with rocket boosters on its back. And the more I focus on me and my journey and focus less on what people think about me or my journey, the more I can get accomplished. That's that. That's that. Because the real American dream is start with you. You got to know the reality of the American dream, and you got to know exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Because it's a lot of people just flying through life. They don't got no goal. They don't know where they're going to land at. I'm just flying till I run out of gas. That's what everybody is doing right now, going through life. I'm just flying until I run out of gas. You don't have no kind of plan for landing, no kind of plan for execution, no kind of plan for ditching the plane, jumping out, nothing. We just flying across the sky. And when we run out of fuel, we'll figure that out when we cross that bridge. Everybody is going through life just like that with no kind of idea where they want to end up. I'm telling you, I found mine. I found it. And it's right here. I want to end up right here, man. With all the things that I need to sustain myself without having to go beg somebody for money. That's my goal. I want to be able to have enough livestock. I'm not trying to sell livestock. I just want to have enough where I can manage and I can feed my family with the livestock, my garden, everything I'm doing, my pond, my fish, everything. That's it. I'm not trying to necessarily make no financial come up doing it. I just want to sustain, because when you start getting financially adequate at it and being able to sell your stock, sell your worth, sell your livestock, and sell your vegetables, the problem is now you dealing with the public again. You wheeling and dealing with the society on prices and money, and that's the part I don't want. I don't really want to have to negotiate what I feel that I'm worth. Either if I put a price on this, like this jar of honey is $50 for 16 ounces. And if you say, man, I can get that from Walmart, well, go get it at Walmart. Because I'm not giving you my honey for $5 and put it in a little plastic bear head so to make you feel better every time you squeeze his belly on your bread. I'm not doing that. Because all you're eating is Karo syrup. You're eating beet sugar. And you think you're doing something because you only paid $4 for this little bear with this juice in it. It's not real. But everybody is okay with the illusion. The illusion of what we should be doing and who we are and why we're doing what we're doing. It's a big illusion. And it's not a conspiracy theory what I'm saying. It's actually the truth. It's a big illusion. They want you to think. Now let's say this again. I keep saying this in every video. Go to school, get a good education, get a good job, work for somebody, retire, get all your savings, your pension, and then live happily ever after. That is the American dream that they want you to believe. Get your wife, couple kids, live happily ever after. That's the dream they want you to believe. That's not real though. Because they didn't tell you the fine print. How old are you going to be when you can retire? If you follow their blueprint step by step. Now, what is your health going to be like at that age? Now, How much money are they actually going to give you when you actually do retire? They didn't tell you the fine print about this whack American dream garbage. They didn't tell you. The real truth is, when you're able to retire, your body gonna hurt. When you're able to retire, you're gonna be going to the doctor more than you go to church. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for that myself. But it's the truth. When you get to the age of retirement, you're going to have more doctor's appointments than you do going to church. Believe that. You're going to pay more money in medical copays than you will on putting gas in your car or food on your table. So they didn't calculate in you keep going back and forth to the doctor. They didn't calculate you always on some kind of medication. They didn't calculate that into that American dream. They didn't calculate you need health coverage. They didn't calculate you need to figure out a way to insure your vehicles, however many you got. They didn't calculate in you need to have homeowners insurance, renters insurance, life insurance policies. That's all that stuff on the side that they've even made it illegal for you not to have. You can't live in this house and not have insurance on it. You can't rent this doggone apartment and not have insurance on it. You can't drive this car or purchase this car unless you're paying insurance on it. So you sitting here, the little bit of money you get on your pension, that's going towards stuff that you can't control. That's going towards stuff you can't control. So that's all. I wanted to have a conversation about what are we doing? Are we going to continue to keep the people in our lives? You're not benefiting from anybody. They're not helping you. You're not helping them. You're wasting energy. Like, you going to work every day. We all going to work every day, and you have no idea why you're doing it. You're going to work every day because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what they told you. You're supposed to go to work every day, make some money, pay for a lot of stuff, buy a lot of stuff, fill this house up with as much stuff as you can buy, and go back to work and finish paying for it. And that's what we do all our lives. Like squirrels, man. We're like squirrels. All we do all day long is connect another dude's nuts. That's it. We collect another man's nuts. We're squirrels. And we bring all them nuts back to him. Have you ever watched a squirrel? You got a tree in front of your house or in the backyard or something that you see the same squirrel every day. This same squirrel do the same stuff every single day. If you looking out the window, this same squirrel gonna run across your yard, grab a nut, run back up all the way up this tree, put that nut in a hole in his nest, come back down that damn tree, look for some more nuts, bring them back up the tree. That squirrel do this all damn day. Every single day, day in, day out, year after year, until you look out the window and be like, dang, where my little friend at? My little squirrel friend, I ain't seen him in days. You don't see him smashed in the middle of the street. It's just dead. That mug just gone. It's somewhere done expired. It spent all them days and all them years picking nuts up off the ground, climbing this tree, putting them in a tree. Now, every time you chop down a tree, which I know for a fact because I chop trees down all the time, you know what happens when a tree falls? A whole bunch of nuts is somewhere inside inside these trees. Now, these nuts are here for me to do whatever I feel like doing with them. Throwing them away, roast them, feed them to my pigs, whatever. Or leave them out here for other squirrels, right? But the thought goes through my head, whatever happened to the squirrel that collected all these nuts? That squirrel probably been dead for 10 years. Who knows? And that's what we do. We go through life collecting a bunch of junk and storing it away. And doing whatever we want. And then you expire. But you really didn't get no payout. Just like that squirrel, you collected all them nuts that you'll never get a chance to eat. You did all that work for all them years running up and down this tree, trying not to get hit by cars or trying not to get picked up by no red-tailed hawk or no cat or no fox. You spent all that time collecting this tree full of nuts just for you to go out and get smashed by a car or snatched up by a fox. You never gonna get no real payout. And that's what we do today. We go to work every day, in and out, every day, trying to stay alive, just to pay the rent. All the money you made went into paying the car note, paying the rent, paying the mortgage, but you really don't get a sense of, that's perfect. I just thought of the word. You don't ever get a feeling of completion. Even though you bought your house, you bought your car, you did all this stuff, you did the right thing, but you never feel a sense of success. You never get that fulfillment that you thought you was looking for. So you keep going in every single day and buying more stuff, you never satisfied, right? You never feel whole. Until you expire. You know? Until you expire. And that's the world we living in right now. They got you running in circles until you pass out. And then you leave this world with the same thing you came in it with, nothing. You don't got nothing to leave to your loved ones. We're supposed to leave something to our loved ones. And even if you don't believe in that, it's just a natural fact that we supposed to leave something behind for our children. Something. Your children can't acquire your apartment. You can't leave your apartment to your children. Your family cannot benefit off of your apartment. When you pass away, that's an instant over with. It's over. So, my goal for 2026, and we're going to talk more about it until 2026 get here. My goal is keep on sharpening my doggone sword, keeping it sharp, and staying focused and staying on task. My journey is slow, but it's fulfilling and it's working. If I have to go to work, I will go to work for things that I need to accomplish and get over with. But I don't ever want to have to go back to work and say I got to do this 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. If I got to go to work, I ain't got no shame in it. I'll go work, get some money, handle some business, and I'm done with that. I don't, I, I want to make it so I never have to go in there and be told what to do like that ever again. I don't know what jobs y'all had. I don't know what jobs y'all have had in your life. But I promise you, all of my jobs, whether I like the job or not, was all the same in one situation. And that's being told what to do. Even when you don't believe in the process. If you always got somebody tell you to do something and you question it, you sure you want me to do that? If you question it, that means you don't feel comfortable doing that or following that order or that command. And if they tell you if you don't do it, you fired. That is not a comfortable work environment. If you tell somebody I don't feel safe doing that, then that means you fired if you can't do it. Okay. If you don't follow my orders. Or here's one of the best ones. Here's one of the best ones, y'all. If you miss another day, you're fired. How many people have heard that in your working career? If you miss one more day, if you late one more time, raise your hand because I better see 600 hands go up. You ain't that slick. Everybody has heard if you're late one more time, we going in the office, or you're fired, or you're suspended. If you miss one more day, we going in the office, you suspended, or you fired. I'm raising my hand because if I wish I had $1 for every time I heard all of that. And this is why. They don't realize you probably didn't come to work that day, so your co-workers and the manager won't meet their grim end. You understand? This is a new era. If somebody don't come to work, leave them the hell alone. Maybe they stayed home because their first intentions was to come and erase you off the planet. Leave them alone. Maybe they missed this day so everybody else can make it to another day. People ain't wrapped too tight. Leave people alone. You know, that's it. They came to work the next day. Leave them alone, man. I don't ever want to feel like, I'm going to tell you the feeling that I know y'all can feel me on. I'm a grown ass man, right? I don't like feeling like I don't want to go to work today because I know I'm in trouble. I don't want to go to work today because I know I'm going to be walking in the rain all day. I'm going to be wet and soggy and sticky. I don't want to go to work if I feel like I can't stand this mug that I work next to. We going to fight. So I'm all that feeling of threat. I feel threatened every day when I go to work. Because either I don't like this dude, we bumping heads, we gonna fight. I don't like the boss, the way they talk to me or whatever. Or I don't like doing the job you want me to do today. That I remember, and I was live doing this, and everybody was with me that one morning. They told me to take that got a live one. Oh, this is good. Says, I disagree. I spent 28 years on my job and never has anyone in leadership ever said that to me because I didn't miss work unless I was on a scheduled vacation. Neither has my wife. In 2026, I'm just not putting up with I'm just not falling for the bait from trolls either. I'm trying to see what's going on in here. Yeah, what is this about? I don't know what that is. D Love, you said, "Oh, I'm a troll, brother. Love your channel." I didn't call you a troll. I just said I won't be baited into trolls either. I didn't say anything about you. But you know what? You're not a troll, but you're one of those people that, oh my God, man. I didn't say nothing about you. You need attention. Start your own channel. There, wait a minute. I didn't say anything about you, but you wanted that attention, so I'm going to give it to you. God, get lost. I didn't say nothing about you. I said I just won't be baited into trolls. I didn't call you a troll, nor was I referring to you. I read what you wrote, that you never heard that from your supervisor or your boss. And I didn't say anything after that. So you were waiting for me to clown you. That's why I was speaking in general. You were waiting for me because you wanted to be the only one to say that you haven't ever had that experience after 600 people raised their hand damn near and said, yes, we've all heard it. You wanted to stand out and say, not me. And then, since I didn't give you no smoke, which you thought I was going to do, you came and thought I was calling you a troll. Now you are a troll. How ridiculous can you get? Again, let me get out of here on that note. Because God, see what y'all, y'all, listen to me. Listen to me. That's what I'm talking about right there. People like that. Them is the ones that's not satisfied unless you talking crazy. Unless I'm clowning and clocking, they're not happy. If they can't get the drama off of TV or the internet, they want the drama. They want to be in the middle of it or they want to be starting it. If I can't watch the drama and the chaos on television, I want to be able to create the drama. I want to be part of the drama. I want to be in the mix. That's it. So you don't gotta watch me, ma'am or sir, whoever you are. I don't want people like you around me. You need that much attention. I just don't. So enjoy yourself with yourself. I'm not interested. The first thing they say, I watch you all the time. That's how you talk to me. If you watch me all the time, you know how I get down. And you set yourself up for the slam dunk. So be killing me, man. 2026, I just won't be dealing with the bullshit. Y'all can clearly see that now. 2026 is gonna be a lot of changes. It's gonna be a lot of changes in 2026. I'm going to change a lot of things. And look, we in here talking about grown folk stuff, and they worried about that. That person ain't said nothing this whole video I've been on for almost 2 hours. You ain't said nothing until you wanted to stand out. I found it. I got something to say. I have never been told don't be late again. And where did that get you though? You ain't got nothing. You ain't won anything. They ain't gave you anything. You probably went your 17, 18 years, whatever it was, not missed a day, not been late, only ate your 15-minute break. You left and came back in the 15 or 10-minute break time, and you never went over on your lunch break. You tried to make it sound like that. But you know something? I'm not saying that you haven't. I never would contest that. But what I am saying to you is, what did you get for it though? That was my whole point of this whole conversation. You made it even worse. You've never been late. You've never missed a day. You stayed on your lunch breaks. You stayed on your 10-minute break, and you came back every day. Oh, I'm perfect attendance for 17 years. What did you get? Now, I know you probably still listening to me. I want to ask you, what did you get for being so perfectly punctual for 17 years? What have you earned? You said your supervisors or your superiors have never had to say that to you. What you're telling me is you're still under somebody's thumb for 17 years with being so perfect and having so much perfect attendance with everything. You're not the supervisor. They didn't even give you a bonus. They didn't make you the boss. You're not a line boss. You're not the head of the office. You're not a supervisor. You're still just the person with good attendance working for somebody else. And they probably gave you a paper cardboard cutout that said perfect attendance. Did you get the parking spot for the month because of your perfect attendance? You was employee of the month. Employee of the month. You got the parking spot that's close. You get to park right next to the handicap spot. Because you get to, you still got to walk in with everybody else. Man, just because they let you park in the employee of the month parking lot spot, that's actually the only parking spot under a street lamp so you don't get jacked on the way to the car after work. So, they didn't give you nothing that you can take home to your family and your family enjoy it. You brought home a little paper cardboard plaque that said Employee of the Month. You mean to tell me for 17 years, you said it, not me, I should have left your comment up. You've had perfect attendance at work and you ain't the boss yet? You've had perfect attendance and you not the supervisor? You had perfect attendance for 17 years and you're to the point your supervisor never had to tell you none of that, to the point you still the worker? You still the one got to punch the clock? So, you wanted the attention and I'm going to give it to you. What have you accomplished for being so punctual for 17 years? You would think they would have gave you a bonus, a raise, a higher position, the office in the corner of the building, the office in the top of the building, the skyscraper office. Nope. You still just a person with the cardboard cutout that says employee of the month, and you got the parking space. So you miss me with that. That's the lie I just got through telling y'all about the American dream. They reward you with nonsense. You've been punctual working for another man, making them rich for 17 years, and all you've gotten is the employee of the month plaque and a parking spot for 30 days. That's what they call the American dream that I just got through telling y'all about. See, that person came in proud. My boss ain't never said that to me. Think about what you just said. I would have shut it up. I would have kept quiet. Because you made it worse than it had to be. They didn't give you the company car. Nothing. Listen, if I've been punctual for 17 years, never missed a day, never missed a lunch break, if for 17 years, never been late for 17 years, look, I need to be coming to work with a tie on telling people what to do. If I came to work for 17 plus years, never missed a day, never been late, never missed a lunch break, never missed a smoking break, never been late on none of that. I shouldn't be having to be told when to take my break. I'm the one supposed to be letting people go on break. I'm the one hey, take your break right now. Y'all got 30 minutes. I'm supposed, if I've been that kind of employee for 17 years, I shouldn't be the employee. I should be the employer. If you're that good of a worker for 17 years, you should not be the employee anymore. You should be the employer. If you gave that much energy to a whole nother man's business, you should have been doing that for yourself. Think of the things you could have accomplished for yourself. Right? With that kind of dedication. That's not the American dream, what you just told me. That wasn't nothing to be proud of. That wasn't nothing to be proud of. That was something you should be ashamed of. Because God, you still work there. You said 17 years, you still work there. You still got how many more to go? 13 years to go? Something like that? Whew. 13 years to go to keep on doing that. And when you retire, just like everybody else, they're gonna give you one more cardboard plaque and probably a watch and tell you to get on about your business. They're gonna give you a cake and have you a little party and you gonna retire and they ain't gonna think twice about your ass tomorrow. They gonna, before you leave, they're gonna have you train the next person that's gonna sit in your chair and take your job. And when you out of them doors, they really don't want to see you anymore. They can't use you anymore once you go out through them doors for good. You come back to visit to see your employees, your friends, stuff. They don't want you in there. You in the way. Hey, you can't be in here. That's what they're gonna tell you. You can't be in here. You ain't an employee no more. Like, damn, I just came to see my friends. Yeah, nah, I know you ain't got no pass, you ain't got no card. You can't come in here like that. That's how much you mean to that company. And that's the American dream, that they want you to think that that's what you should be striving for. When in all reality, you're supposed to be building for yourself. Building for yourself. That's the American dream. To the point you don't, listen, God is my witness. I stayed up late last night. I had the fire rolling, me and the puppy under a blanket, me and her watching TV. I can't make this up. We're watching YouTube. I'm enjoying the peace, the quiet. I went to sleep, not because I had to be somewhere today. I went to sleep late about 11:30. My word, I woke up because my wife called me to check on me like she do. Normally, I wake up early, naturally. Today, I didn't wake up till about 10 o'clock. Why? Because I was tired. And when my wife called me, she seen my face be on the FaceTime, and she said, "Ooh, you looking rough." I said, "I'm still in the bed." She said, "You okay?" "I'm fine." Let me get on up from here. As I got up, I made my coffee, took my dog on her walk. And when I got back, we sat our asses right back on this couch, got back under the cover, put another log on the fire in the wood stove, heated the place up again, and we sat here drinking the coffee. She ate her breakfast. And you know what I thought to myself? I woke up when the hell I wanted to wake up. I went to sleep when I felt like going to sleep. If I feel like accomplishing something today, I will. If I don't feel like accomplishing anything today, I won't. Nobody's looming over my damn head telling me where I need to be, why I gotta be there, what time I gotta be there, and if I don't make it there, I'm fired or I'm in trouble. That feeling of that anxiety of I'm in trouble by a whole nother grown man telling me I'm in trouble, like I'm in the 6th grade, is gone. When I'm here on Freedom Makers, I don't have that feeling because I stopped working for them and start working towards my own self. Let me tell you something. We worried about the economy and their economy and that economy. That's theirs. They did that. They made this up. It's all imaginary made up shit. They made that economy. They make it good and they make it bad. Here, this is my economy. I control how this economy works. Nobody else on the outside has anything to do with my economy. I call the shots. I know what is worth on this land and what we can do with it, and how much it will give and bring back to this land. Nobody's controlling that for me. I have made my own world here. And as weird as that sounds, I know it sounds weird in a way, but you can call it what you want to. I have created my own world. That's the American dream. That I don't necessarily have to live by those rules and those standards that those people have set in motion for the rest of us. They have set rules, laws, and stuff in motion so they can be better at what they do. That's not to benefit. That's not for us to benefit. Those rules, laws, and regulations was not for the average man. Those was for rich people. And now I understand it. I'm understanding it late, but still I'm understanding it. And the only way you can come out of that nonsense and that matrix is you got to build your own. You build your own world. That's the only way you can get out of theirs, is making your own. Period. You make your own environment. You make your own society. You make your own community, and you get you some land and you do that. And just stay away from everybody out there in that world. That's what I have built here. And when I'm here, I forget about what's going on out there. I came out here, like I said in my last video, I came out here because with all that holiday stuff going on and all them people everywhere and naked crying babies, and I'm tired of looking at pajamas and bonnets and listen, I just got sick of seeing all that bullshit. Noise, badass kids running through the store, throwing basketballs in the basketball hoop, and the mama ain't saying nothing, and everybody pants is sagging under their butt cheeks and bonnets and naked people. Listen, I go into the store. I don't know if I told y'all this story. I go into the store and everybody naked. Everybody naked, man. It ain't too many young ladies in this whole store that got clothes on. They got on pajamas. It don't matter what color they is. Don't matter what ethnic group they is. It don't matter. So we ain't talking about that ghetto stuff. I'm talking about just pure some kind of sickness. I go into the Walmart and all I see is fuzzy house slippers, big giant fuzzy furry house slippers, pajamas, no drawers, pajama top, no bras, bonnets, and babies. Fuzzy slippers, pajama bottoms, no drawers, pajama top, no bras, bonnets, and bad babies. Everywhere. But if you looking at one of these naked ass women with no bras and drawers on and stomach is out and piercings in their navel, if you looking at that, they ask you, what the hell is you looking at? Well, ma'am, I don't know if you knew this, but I just in case you might be on something and you're not aware, but you're naked. And I just was wondering, are you okay? Because you was naked, and once you sound like you was a little bit coherent and you spoke in full sentences, I kind of figured this was a choice of yours that you made before you left the house. So I kind of figured that you don't mind being stared at half-ass naked. So I was taking a little bit of pleasure in enjoying what you had to offer. So absolutely, I'm looking at you, ma'am. And a thumbs up until you opened your mouth. You did that, not me. You don't come in the store naked to not be looked at. You don't come in the store naked for nobody to ask you, are you okay? And they're trying to make that normal, and you can't make that normal. Period. You come in the store naked, people gonna look. Don't ask an old man what he looking at, because you listen, look, when you throw your hook and bait in the water, you're not gonna always get a bass. Okay? You're not gonna always get a bass. When you throw your bait and your hook in the water, sometimes you come out with old slimy catfish, old man or something, gooping at you, staring at you, looking you up and down and wishing and praying. Okay. You can't always catch the striped bass. That's the bait and the hook. You set out. You ain't gonna always bring back a millionaire basketball player. You gonna get an old crazy old man like me looking at you like, yeah. All right. Yeah. So the hell you ask me what I'm looking at for? I'm looking at you. I got on clothes and a jacket and a hat. You ain't got no clothes on, man. I got tired of seeing that. And all them badass bonnet babies running up and down the aisles. Nobody got no clothes on. Everybody dirty. Look, it's best. I thought to myself, I need to be at Freedom Makers for a while. Because living in the city, the longer I sit and live in the city amongst other people, I feel that much more out of control, out of source. Because everywhere you look these days, listen, I can't listen to no decent music. There's no decent music on the radio. I can't go and get a decent meal anywhere because all the food is garbage. All these people around just buying up stuff for no reason. People buying stuff and ain't got no money. Right now, everybody is out buying, 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 and ain't got no money. They don't know where it's going to come from. But that's the American dream. They make it so you can buy, but they don't make it so you can sustain. You know what a friend of mine told me? This was my friend I told you. He bought a new car and I hung up on him because I was like, man, you must be a fool buying a car right now. He bought a brand new car. He broke as hell. That's why. He bought a brand new car and I hung up the phone on him. And me and him was sitting back talking the other day. And he said, you know what? He regretting buying that car, a brand new car. I said, you think? He said, yeah, I'm supposed to be paying on this for like 5 years. What you thought was going to happen? What you thought was going to happen? They was going to let you get the car and you... He said, hell, I ain't going to lie to you, dog. I didn't even think they was going to approve my credit. Dude, so since they approved your credit, with you having bad credit, and you thought you was getting over on them because I better sign these papers before they figure out I got bad credit and no money and a half of a job. That's the trick, you dumbass. That's the American dream. Just like when you were a college student and you in school, they'll let you buy, they'll let you get those credit cards. They'll let a unknowing child, young man or woman, get a credit card before they give it to a grown-ass person with decent credit. Because they know that child or that young adult is going to ruin it and ruin their lives and be indebted for them forever. They know an older person is going to be a little bit more careful with their spending. So when you go to a car dealership, they see you coming from a mile away. You go into a car dealership, got one, they looking at the Dodge Chargers, got one, they looking at the Chrysler 300s, got one, they looking at the Jeep Renegade or Gladiator, got one, because they already know they're going to approve you. And they already know you're going to have a $600-800 car note every month. And they know if you don't pay it, they're going to take all your money, take you to court, and get their money, and get the car back. It's a win-win-win situation. Your credit ain't got nothing to do with it in 2025 and up. You go to any car lot, I could come out of that mug with a brand new Corvette. They will approve it. Good credit, bad credit, it don't make no difference. They know we gonna have you around our finger for the rest of your natural born life. That's the American dream they sell you. And that's not the one that we should be worrying about. The one we should be worrying about and the goal we should all be thinking about is sustainability. Being able to sustain your own environment, having your own society, having your own network, having your own group, having your own people around you where you don't have to go out and deal with them and their things. Because once they put you and you sign the paperwork into their system, you're part of that system until you die. Period. Now, what I do, I can go into their world whenever I want to. See, it's a difference. I can go into their world whenever I feel like it. I can go back and forth into their world. When I'm at my other house, I'm in their world. I'm moving like they move. But when I get sick of their world and sick of that system, I leave it and I come here to my world. And I enjoy the peace, the tranquility, and the silence. Period. So I can move in and out of those two timelines. I don't got to be stuck in their world. I don't got to be stuck living by their rules, laws, and regulations. I don't got to be stuck living by what they think is right and wrong, what's good and bad. I don't got to do that. I can come right here and I can see what's right and what's wrong because nature is telling me. I can feel what's right and feel what's wrong because nature is telling me. I don't gotta go by what they done. They man, they got criminals running the place, but they got criminals running the country telling you not to be a criminal. That's the American dream that they all put out. I want you to think about that. They got dirty cops, criminals, dirty, crooked politicians telling you that you better not break the law. You better not be doing drugs. You better not be trafficking. You better not be you better not be making people deleted and bleeding. While they're all doing it, the people that's doing this same stuff is the people telling you that you better not be doing what they doing. That's their American dream. They telling you not to break the law while they break the law. While they're breaking the law, they're telling you not to break the law. That's their American dream, man, not mine. I had to figure it out. I had to wake up and figure out this is all a lie. I don't have to live by their rules or their standards. I just got to get far enough away from them where I can do it my way. I don't got to be around them. I don't got to be in that world. I don't have to. So that's the real American dream, man. Self-sustaining yourself and coming away from them. What is it? Come out of her. Come away. Come apart. Be set apart. Get away from them in that world. Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Man, this world is wicked. Let's be honest. This world that they got us swimming in is pure wickedness. It's like swimming in a swimming pool full of sharks, not the ocean, because your chances is better. Your chances of survival is a little better if you swimming in the ocean with sharks. But if you swimming in an Olympic-sized swimming pool with all these sharks, you gonna be devoured. It's a guarantee that you will be devoured, and it's also a guarantee that it's going to happen sooner than later if you swimming in an Olympic-sized swimming pool with sharks. That's what that world is. It's so wicked that you can't trust anything. Everything is a scam. Everybody trying to get over and get up. It's like, I don't want to have nothing to do with that no more. If it was up to me, I would be out here 24/7, 365. I had enough of that. But I don't want to draw this out no longer. I'm just, listen, 2026, this is my question to you. Man, what's your plans? Are you going to keep living this way? Are you going to keep living the way you've been living with no guidance, no direction, no goal, nothing? Is you just going to keep living like that and saying, well, it's good enough, it worked for me this long, like that other person for 17 years? Let me see what this. Say forget about the troll stuff since they're not a troll. What's up with group? We about to do that. You haven't told us about. What are you talking about, SYLK? What are you talking about? Hey, Crafty Mom's Creations. Hey, it's good to see you, my sister. Ain't seen you in a while. Crafty Mom in the house. Now, what's your name? S SYLK 1001. What are you talking about? Cause I don't know what none of that is. It's good to see you, Crafty Mom. Dave Busby in the house. What's up, brother? Let me see. I'm trying to put together. Am I reading this wrong? I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm gonna have to let that go. SYLK 1001. I'm gonna have to let that go if you ain't gonna answer it because I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never heard of say you've been looking like you might have some future plans like-minded people. What are you talking about? You've been looking like you might have some future plans for like-minded people. What are you talking about? Like, go ahead and explain it. I want to hear what you're talking about. I'm not trying to burn you up or anything. I just don't understand. Maybe it looked to me like you might be mixing me up with another somebody else. I think you may be mixing me up with somebody else. Uh, Said y'all not tired of this wicked system that we're all part of. I'm past sick and tired of it. I'm past sick and tired. Tony, don't put no words in nobody's mouth. Cause you said they talking about property I was talking about. You don't know what they saying. Don't speculate. Don't speculate, please. That just confuses things. Yeah, somebody sounds like they're inquiring possibly a community housing. Don't speculate on what they talking about. Cause see, two people said two different things. I just said that in the beginning of this video. How rumors start. I don't speculate. You don't know these people. You don't know what they talking about. That's why I keep asking them. Hey, Sylvia. Yeah, I'm trying to ask them so we don't be guessing. That's why cause I can guess a bunch of stuff. But I don't like doing that to people. I give you a chance to say what you're gonna say. So no, I don't understand the words just coming out of her mouth or his mouth, whatever. And I believe it was a woman. I believe. And you said I think he said. Hey, homesteader Rachel. Hey, analytic Gardner, how you doing, my sister? Sylvia says sick and tired and tired and sick. I hope you good, crafty mom. I just mentioned you not too long ago. I just mentioned you. You know what, crafty mom? You want to know? I'm doing good, analytic gardener. I see you doing really good. Uh, Out there in the garden. No, I'm not coming down there yet. Not around this holiday. I thought about it. I did think about it, but I ain't gonna be down there no time soon. But you know what? I brought your name up a couple of videos back when I was telling everybody and today when people said, "Ooh, he cheating on his wife. He cheating on his wife." I seen a picture of him and some woman hugged up on a video picture. Listen to me. Okay, here we go. Lead is not about to do community housing. Just thinking that there may be some get togethers in FY26. I, 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 I don't understand. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Yeah, crafty mom. Yeah. Somebody emailed me that bullshit. And I said, man, if that's the case, yes. You know what's crazy? I guess cause you a good looking lady and you was we met up and I guess I'm looking crumbly and they say, well, Larry can't get nothing like that. I said to myself, I'm a bad man if that's the case. Because out of all the pictures of people got of me when they meet me and I hug them, that's the one that set them off. I'm like, no matter what you do, it's always gonna be wrong. You can't do nothing right, you know. And it's been going on for years. People, I do not like speculating. That's like when I'm about to come out with some speculations and some opinions. I tell y'all, let's go down conspiracy theory alley, because I don't like speaking just normally and naturally about some nonsensical stuff. I'm like, man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no way on the planet I could get away with cheating on my wife. Do you understand? I can't leave without people knowing who I am. When I go to a store, people know who I am, no matter where I am. If I was going to cheat on my wife, it was going to be like, oh, I know she's going to know then. There is no, hey, let's meet me at this little dirty little club in the back so we can talk. And that's not gonna happen. But they make stories up. So I stay away from people like that. Hey yo, I stay away from people that even start stuff like that. It ain't gotta be about me. If you in other people's business, relationships, and everything, if you so much as mention that, stay away from me. I will delete you in a heartbeat. Stay away. If you got, if you know, years ago, uh, say basic, um, right? They don't care. They don't care. People just want the drama. Crafty man. Say I've been married for 25 and I've been married for 33, but they they don't. They want the drama. They want to see. Let me tell you something about society and social media. They want to see the tear down of a strong family unit. Nobody gets no kudos for staying together. Nobody gets kudos for working things out. Nobody get kudos for being a married couple. You will not get a TV show being a married couple. You will not win any awards. You will not get any money for just being a normal married couple. But if you're toxic, if you always in the news, in the spotlight, y'all always got some damn police reports and records on y'all. Police keep coming to your house and you look at all these famous people beating up on each other and the police got to keep getting called out to their house every 5 minutes, every 5 minutes. Those people make money being toxic. And they're not just making money, they're also teaching other younger adults how to be toxic. Because they're saying, if you be this toxic, we're going to give you your own television show and you're going to be rich because we're going to get 100 episodes, get it in syndication. You're going to be paid for the rest of your life just by knocking her head off or cussing her out every day. Right? So get it. Yo, people don't want to, you know what's crazy? I'm a married man. Been married for 33 years. Boring. Boring. But let me do something and crash my wife's car, let me do that. Watch what happens. Every time, man, anything. That, if you want the views, give them the blues. That's, if you want the blues, if you want the news, give them the blues. And they eat it every time. Every time. And anybody that I see, years ago, there was this couple, and I'm not going to mention his name because I didn't know him like that. He was a YouTuber, and right, boring, and I love it. He was a YouTuber, and this is what he did. This is the mistake that this dude made. He would always, he always had this. Let me cut this light on real quick. I got a dog. Come on, little doggy. You little puppy dog. You a little puppy dog or something? In my coat. This guy, I knew him, but I didn't know him that well. I didn't know him personally like that. And this dude always had his wife naked on the videos. She was always half dressed, butt cheeks hanging out, and they was gardening and stuff. I didn't know the dude that well, or anything. I did know, damn, kind of pimping your wife out a little bit, but I just left it alone. It ain't none of my business. Next thing you know, they broke up. He went his separate way. They both went their separate ways. Every single person, listen to me close. Every single person that judged each one of them and they had anything to do with me, if they was one of the people that was subscribed to me, but you on the internet getting in the middle of those two people business, you don't know them from a hair on your balls, stay away from me. You judging on something that you don't know anything about. Amen, Crafty Mom. You judging on two people and saying who right and who wrong on two people by the characters that they play on YouTube. You trying to figure out who was the wrongdoer. And you know what? That dude went on to have his own channel, and the wife, I think she took over his channel. It was his channel. The wife took over his channel, and it went down. He started a new channel, ended up marrying a new woman. She don't keep no clothes on either, and now they live up in Alaska, off the grid. And me and this dude go way back from the beginning of YouTube days. So I was like, anybody that's jumping in this man comment section, talk about some he wrong. Anybody jumping in her comment section saying she wrong. I'm like, look, y'all stay away from me. Because y'all didn't give these people the views on this channel like that until they were separating. And they wasn't trash talking each other or nothing. They just was like, hey, we just going our separate way. I knew it was his fault. His ego is this. I knew it was her fault because she a hoe. Da-da-da-da. I said, look, if you got anything to do with my channel, I'm deleting you. I will go down in the comments and, oh, yeah, that one always on my channel. Click, you're out of here. Yep, this one always on my channel. You out of here. because all you're telling me is you can't wait for something to happen to me so you could be on my channel doing it. I don't need you here. Mind your own damn business, you know. Just see, I just do stuff different, man. I think different. I just be, man. I'm not worried about what people think and your likes and your all that just for you ain't gonna doodle on me and let me stop. Let me get on out of here though. Hey y'all, I've been on here way too long, and I guess I ain't gonna make it home today. What time is it? Oh shit. I ain't gonna make it home today. Ain't no way I'm getting on that road this late, be driving at night. Let's say I had my girls with me. They don't care. Crafty. Listen, they don't care if your daughters was with you, your husband could have been in the passenger seat. That don't matter. My wife in the car, they don't care. They took a picture. They saw a picture of me and you and made up a whole story about it. They saw a picture of me and other people, made a whole story about it. Hell, I'm out here on Freedom Maker sometime by myself, or my wife, they can't see them. They made up a whole story about it. You know? Yeah, and tell your babies I said I miss them. When I come down, I want to see them too. Yeah, just this has become a breeding ground of just sickness. But we got to pull it back together. Next year, I'm going hard. I'm going to get this garden going. Next 2026, I'm going to expand my garden. I'm going to move my livestock. And I'm just going to complete one task at a time for my self-sustainability. That's my main goal. It ain't just gardening. It ain't just prepping. It's self-sustainability, 100%. That is. Oh, she listening? Hey, Uncle Liz, say hey, baby. Hey, how y'all doing? So yeah, let me get on out of here, y'all. All right. Hey, Crafty Mom, it was good seeing you, my sister. Everybody that came in, thank you for coming in. I ain't gonna lie to you, I just been chilling. Do me a favor. Take a minute to yourself. Go somewhere quiet, go somewhere dark, and go think. Say, go and think. Because the more that they keep your mind concentrated on this garbage out here, you won't have time to realize that it's been wrong. Like you don't know, you'll wake up and not know where you are. Go somewhere quiet and go think. And just think about this, what's going on around you. I mean it. Think about, is any of this okay? Is any of this even real? You're going to be surprised the answers that your brain tell you. If you don't go nowhere, don't cut on no music, no TV, no nothing. Go somewhere quiet and ask yourself a bunch of those questions. You'll be surprised to find out that this is all just I ain't gonna say a fantasy because that's good. It's just a big juicy lie. A big juicy lie. Have you ever seen a big juicy lie? This ain't just a lie. We ain't just living a lie. We living a big old juicy lie. It's so juicy. So juicy. Right? So that's it, you guys. Let me get on out of here. I'm going to just feed my animals and go put my pajamas back on. I ain't going nowhere. All right? Hey, thank y'all for coming by. Lev Farmer 73. I love y'all, and I'm out. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be done made it home. I don't know. Ain't the right put. What's in me, doctor? See y'all later. All right. Peace, y'all. Peace. Say they trying to do it for the click. What did I do? What did I just do?